Hello, everybody, and welcome to
This is Rocket League. Oh, this is Rocket League. Yeah, the best show on YouTube. Oh, yeah.
Standing ovation.
Thank
if
you.
you are watching this video, stand up.
Please.
And clap for John
Thank you.
now.
Yes, welcome to This is Rocket League. I was singing like the Star Spangled Banner before we started, and I was just like, I have to incorporate some sort of version of it. Hi, everyone. Welcome to This is Rocket League, where we have had the craziest rLCS weekend. It was so fun to watch. So much went on, and we're going to tell you all about it right now. Hootie, our genius, start us off. Where are we going?
So John is not exaggerating. This is seriously the most wild weekend of Rocket League that we have probably ever seen, at least in this open circuit era.
Yeah.
We're going to start with APAC. And at the end of this, I'm going to give you, there's a tweet that I can pull up. It's got a summary. We had game sevens, we had upsets, we had tiebreakers, we had it all.
Reverse sweeps.
So
yeah,
here we go. APAC, you've got Elevate. Those are your top dogs. Everybody's expecting them to be at every major. Well, they're not going to be at this one. They have been upset by Gaming Gladiators, consisting of LCT, MaxU, and OSM, and Coach Marky Duda.
That name.
Coach Marky Duda.
Marky Duda, and then OSM, man. I've known OSM forever. So this is so cool. Like, I just saw his tweet. Unfortunately, I truly did not watch this. Were you able to catch this game?
I did. I woke up early and I watched this.
Please tell me, how was it?
The Gladiators played so well. Elevate, I don't think it was their best game ever, but they were not playing terrible.
Right.
It wasn't just uncharacteristic misses or whiffs.
Right.
They're not in poor positions. They played them competitively. It was a good series, but I think the Gladiators, they just played well. They were where they needed to be. OSM was playing well. LCT and MaxU both make some clutch plays, both defensively and offensively.
Love it.
I mean, you just got to give them credit. You know what I mean?
I love
sometimes you're gonna have those days where you're on and your opponents may not be on their A game, and that's what it was. And the Gladiators, they've been in the finals of all three events throughout this winter split. They finally take the first place finish here in this final, most important. I mean, here it was. Look, Elevate, if they win, if Elevate wins, they're in the major.
100%.
If Gladiators win, they're in the major, right? I mean, it doesn't get more intense than that.
But also, like, you think about this, Hootie. Gladiators might have won, but if they didn't finish, what was it? Always top two or like always second place?
Top two every time.
So that's what I mean. If they were third and fourth on a couple of those, Elevate would have had the points and been able to crush that. So this was the game. This was it. This is what we were waiting for.
And this was big. Okay, this is big. Yeah. Now, obviously, OSM is an import. He is from Europe and he's moved over there. But this is one of these conversations where people are talking about import players. They're ruining this. They're doing that. But we've got a team right here that has taken down your Elevate squad that everybody said is too overpowered. They shouldn't be here. Well, Gladiators are proving that might not be the truth. Yes. They have shown up and shown out, and they will be in San Diego.
Yeah, baby. Next.
Let's go to Sam. We got South America. Lots of fun. And John, our favorite team, look what they did.
Bro, how do they do that? Like, how?
NIP, they finally got their dub. NIP is an organization that is like brand new to Rocket League. And actually, the funny thing is, if you don't know this organization has teased jumping into Rocket League for years. I'm talking about 5 years.
God.
Seriously, if you go look on the Rocket League subreddit, Rocket League Esports subreddit, they have teased it in tweets. They have teased it in comments and stuff. They have talked about Rocket League for a long time. And they finally jump in. And unfortunately, that team started really slow in this winter split. They dug themselves such a deep hole that they weren't going to be able to get out of it. But I saw a tweet longer from Astronomic on Ninjas in Pajamas, and he said they owe it to this organization and to those fans to give them what they deserve. So they got that win here in this final regional, and props to them. We'll see if they can bounce back and maybe find themselves at the major for the next split. But we had Team Secret taking second place, and that locked in their position for the major.
Yeah.
But it doesn't stop there. We had two teams. We had Crew and we had Exceed tied up, and they went to a best of 7 to decide who was the second team. We had Team Secret locked in to the major, and then Crew and Exceed, and they go to game, or like I said, they go head to head. One series, best of 7, and Crew ended up taking it. If I'm not mistaken, it's the first time that Crew Esports gets to attend the major.
That's really cool.
We got some first-time players here.
That's really
representing
cool.
South America on the international stage. Brad, Drops, and Drufino. So congratulations to Crew Esports.
And listen, man, as much of a bummer it is that we won't be seeing Ninjas in Pajamas, at the major. It is a bummer, but it's good that they showed they could, like, they got first.
Yeah,
like, they could totally win one. If they would have, you know, stepped it up a little bit earlier on, they probably would have been here. But that made me really happy.
I know. Nip, get the dub.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
All right, and now we got winter. Excuse me. And now we got Europe. And Europe, man, Europe was so much fun. I mean, we had, you can already see it here. We had the upset, right?
Yep.
Team Liquid finally takes down Karmine Corp in the finals. But that's not where the madness ends.
No.
We have G1 taking a 4th place finish, which resulted in a 3-way tie in Europe for 5th place. So they had 4 out of 5 major spots locked in. Karmine Corp, Liquid, Oxygen, and Vitality were clinched. They're in.
They're in. You will see them. You will see them.
They're there.
Yeah.
And then we had G1 getting to top 4, which gave them enough points to tie up them, German Amigos, and Quadrant. A 3-way tie for 1 single spot remaining, John.
Which I asked Hoodie about this earlier, and I want to ask again just for fun, because I know there's people like me who don't know a lot of this. So what happens when there's a 3-way tie? How is it decided who battles who? Does everyone fight each other for it? Or, you know, who decides who goes? Is it a best of 5, best of 7? What happened, Hoodie?
All right, so we go all best of 7s. Anytime we're going major qualification tiebreakers, they're always best of 7s.
Cool.
The way the format was built was one team got a bye, single elim. So if you lose, you go home. You're out of the running.
So whoever gets that bye, that's huge.
That bye is huge, and that is based on full season points. Quadrant had the most points throughout the season. Makes sense. They made the previous major, so they got that first round bye, which meant German Amigos, who is a team of Catalysm, Ivan, and Tox, will take on G1, marked by Atomic and Dorito, and that happened as soon as the grand finals ended for Europe.
Which was awesome.
Was such a fantastic series.
Good,
the thing is, like, grand finals is huge, regionals are huge, they're so intense, but this is just one series.
Yeah.
You're at the major or you're not.
It's the I found it more fun than watching.
Yes.
Or like
100%.
The tiebreaker to go to the major, to go play at LAN, like what all these pros, everyone who wants to be a pro wants to do is show that they're the best in their respective field. It's just like, oh, dude, it was so exciting. So yeah, go ahead. G1, German Amigos.
It's important to note too that those two teams have not been at a major this season, and they've both been very close.
Yeah.
So G1 did get the better of German Amigos, which means they will move forward to face Quadrant in that final matchup. And again, that happened immediately after the grand finals as well in Europe. So Quadrant and G1, they duke it out, and G1, after losing on Sunday in the semifinals, they bounce back and take down German Amigos, and then they continue to steamroll, and they take down Quadrant as well and earn their spot as the 5th team in San Diego for Europe.
So cool.
G1, they're taking huge dubs,
Mark,
John.
dude, I can just see Mark.
I know, Mark, dude, that's actually crazy because Mark is going to be at the major this season before BDS.
I know.
Which is
BDS wasn't here. Moist won't even be there, man. Like,
I know Moist is not going to be there, but I mean, just absolutely insane. You know, I'll pull this tweet up before we close things out of here.
This sums it all up.
I mean, this is crazy. You know, John said this was one of the most fun weekends of Rocket League that we've had to date. Direct is our rLCS statistician. Follow on Twitter.
Yeah.
Yesterday was one of the craziest days in rLCS in recent memory. All 4 of the grand finals go to Game 7. That is insane.
Bro.
So, we didn't even mention this. We don't talk about them a whole lot because they don't get to make the majors, but Sub-Saharan Africa, SSA.
Oh, yes.
They had a Game 7 upset. There's one team in that region that is very good. There are other teams that are good as well, but they kind of have a chokehold on that region. Limitless is the team name, and they ended up being upset. All 4 grand finals go to Game 7. We had APAC upset with Gladiators over Elevate. We had Europe upset with Liquid over Karmine Corp. We had SSA upset with Nixa is the team name over Limitless. And then we had South America, Game 7. Nip finally get that dub. I mean, crazy.
Look at this.
Crazy. Heavy favorites in Elevate and Limitless. Karmine Corp loses regional. First EU major tiebreaker ever. First 3-way tiebreaker ever. First Sam major. I mean, this is so many firsts. So, I mean, I'm telling you, if you are not tuned in, you need to be tuned in. rLCS is freaking fun. Yes, there's a lot of it.
It's a blast.
And it's all worth watching. You've got to check in. And listen, you're not gonna be able to watch it all. All right, John can't, I can't, we don't. But you can. There are ways to keep up with it. Follow Direct on Twitter. Check in on Liquipedia. Just see what's. You know what my favorite thing is?
Come to our show, bro. Like, that's it. We'll fill you in, baby.
My favorite thing is following all the players.
Yeah.
You see those tweets when they get done with it. You see the raw emotion, whether excitement or disappointment and frustration.
Yeah.
But I like following those players because, I mean, we talk about it all the time. They're people.
Yep.
Right? They're people. They're not just these objects of entertainment. You know, it's not just these robots out there playing a car, even though they look like it. They're insanely good. They're people. Yeah. And seeing that emotion for me is always so much fun. So that was this weekend. It was absolutely bonkers. We got another fun weekend coming up, John. We got NA.
We get to see
we got
who's
OCE,
going. Yep.
And we got MENA. And there are still spots up for grabs. MENA, Rule 1, or Falcons. You know, we've got OCE, who is most likely to be Ground Zero, and Pioneers, but there may be some teams play spoiler.
But we said that this weekend.
That's right. Most likely doesn't mean anything. NA is, there's only one spot locked, Gen G. Now we got FaZe in a good spot and Complexity in a good spot, but there are some other teams that are ready to take those remaining positions. So you need to tune in, come back to the show. Later this week, we'll get you all up to date with everything.
Yeah.
But that is going to be it for today.
Thank you all so much. We will see you soon. And we're going to try this week to have our what's coming up this weekend, like the NA, rLCS, out on Thursday rather than Friday. Ooh. We usually release it Friday, but I feel like it would be really nice if you had it out Thursday so you could be ready for what's going on Friday. Peace out, everyone. See you soon.